Hey guys, happy whatever day it is that you see this. So I recorded a video the other day and I was like, I don't think I want to post this. So I'm holding my tripod very much old school, but I just have really been kind of stubborn with some things my soul is asking me to do. It's like I've been doing it, but then I've been doubling back a bit, and I've just been trying my best to get clarity about things and just realizing that as soon as I surrender, the clarity comes through. So I don't know who this message is for, but whatever you're struggling with, whatever you're confused about, just trust and know that when you surrender and you're obedient to your soul, the clarity will come through. And sometimes it's not easy to know what the right decision is for yourself or what decision to surrender to. And I did a live about this the other day. It was very short, but I plan on doing a part 2, which will basically be similar to this video. But you can use your body to know if something is aligned for you or not. So is your body feeling tense? Is it closing up in your chest area when you think about something, or when a person comes to mind, or even when you're talking to somebody? How is your body feeling? Does it feel open and expansive in your chest area, or does it feel restricted and closed? If you're noticing that you're feeling restricted and closed, then that means something is out of alignment. Oh my gosh, why is my nose dripping all of a sudden? I don't even have... This is about to be so ratchet, but I'm about to use a receipt. I don't have a tissue. I'm gonna have to find one. But, does your body feel open and expansive, or does it feel closed and restricted? When you think about something, or when you can even ask yes or no questions and see how your body is responding. Again, you'll notice things within your chest area. Sometimes it could happen in other parts of your body. It also depends on your human design, which is something I'd love to talk more about soon on here. I have a book actually about it that very amazing person gave to me, and I need to crack it open and really just continue to learn more about that as well. But I feel like a lot of us have been so accustomed to control in our lives, and the process of surrender is not easy. I think we struggle with it because, again, we have been in a state of being controlled and wanting to control because it feels safe. But I also think, as above, so below. So I think we do it because society does it to us, essentially. This is how I feel. My personal beliefs, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But I know personally, I have really been struggling with this in this season of my life. And I'm like, dang, like, I really like to control things. Like, I really like to feel in control, which I guess is normal. Like, who wants to not feel in control of their life or a situation in their life? But I think that life is about balance, and when you learn to let go, when you learn to surrender, there's a lot of clarity that comes in. There's a lot of divine downloads that come in. There's a lot of inspiration that can come in. Sometimes you just have to allow that space for the divine to come in. And when you are controlling things, it's like you're not leaving the space for the divine to come in. Y'all, this is ooh, I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to myself. But yeah, I've been going through this really difficult time with the same person that I've been talking about, and I have had the hardest time just like letting this person essentially go, or like releasing them from my life, because for the last few days I've been hearing, you know, since when I made that video the last time, it's been the same message of like, this person was in your life for a reason. They served a specific purpose, but it's not meant to go any further. And spiritual warfare is real, because I literally will have that clarity, and then I'll like, you know, go on about my day, and then all of a sudden I'll feel like this intense feeling of like, oh, but what if it could work? Well, what if this? What if that? What if this? What if that? What if this? And I'm like, that's not my soul giving me guidance. That's like the enemy giving me distractions and confusion, because my soul already told me no. So things can shift and evolve. If your soul tells you something and then it changes later, it's because your soul felt like maybe you learned a lesson, and now you have the awareness to successfully approach something that maybe you were really into, but you needed to go through that lesson first, or maybe it was just a test all along, or I don't know. But a lot of times I feel like when our souls tell us something, it's final. It doesn't always have to be though. So that's where I think I'm struggling a bit, because I'm like, when do you know it's final and when is it not, if that makes sense? But I think when you're in that space of stuckness, that's when you can, sometimes I would say it's important to pray for guidance. You can fast to get clarity, and you can also do a reading with someone that you trust, that is a trusted spiritual guide, spiritual teacher, mentor. Everyone doesn't resonate with that, and that's okay, but it's important, you know, to sometimes ask for guidance outside of yourself, because if you're confused within yourself, then you may continue to get confusion. I hope that this makes sense. But yeah, at this point, this delicious, handsome man, I have told him this today. I told him for the third time that I can't move forward with this connection because my spirit just isn't allowing it at this time, because I keep getting this intuitive guidance that it was just meant to be for short term and I'm not meant to get to know him anymore. But it's just weird, because I'll feel that so strongly, and then, like I said, later on, this feeling of like, oh, but it could work, or this or that. But I feel like it's spiritual warfare, and my soul has told me no, not right now, and I'm doing my best to honor that. And I do feel like I need some additional clarity about things from an external place. So I'm just gonna keep praying about it, and I'm going to possibly get a reading about it, but I don't know, because I just feel like I've already gotten a reading, and that reading was helpful, but I feel like I have follow-up questions, so I think maybe I'll ask those in the next reading. But my body feels at peace about it though. That's where I'm getting a bit confused, because at one point I was feeling that constriction and like tightness, and now everything just feels so open for the most part. Like, I have moments, not everything, but with this situation, I have moments where I just feel so open and so in the flow, and then I have these moments where I start thinking about it and I'm like, oh. But I think it's just because this person is so nice. They treated me so well. Like, on paper, every box, I feel like it was just like check, 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 you know? And like, I'm not perfect, he's not perfect, but like a lot of things felt aligned. And so logically, I'm just like, how could this not work? How could this not work out for us? Like, how could this not be a thing? But at the same time, my soul has been saying, like, you know, this was meant to serve a purpose in your life. It's not meant to be forever. And so I'm like, is this a test? I'm like, soul, is this a test or is this real? Is this a test or is this real? Because I would love for it to be a test. Can it just be a test, please? But as y'all can see, this has been an ongoing saga for me, clearly. So I am, though, just choosing to kind of give it some space so I can just kind of think about other things, which I am still doing, but this has been like very front of mind for me. And now I'm like, okay, girl, can we just breathe? Like, let's just give it ourselves a moment and reset. Let's just reset. Let's reset today and see within that space of the reset what clarity and guidance comes through, because energy is continuously shifting and changing and evolving. So just because something felt aligned in one moment doesn't mean it will be in the next moment. But it's important to talk to our soul, pray to God, you know, whatever your process is, so you can know in that moment what is aligned for you. But I do feel like our souls are very clear and direct with us, and the opposite forces or forces of that are trying to distract us, or like things that are, you know, meant to, I guess, oppose, which, I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah. But I feel like they're more rooted in like the control and the confusion of things, and our souls are more rooted in like clarity. These are just things I'm thinking about. I'm gonna keep posting about this because I think it is gonna help other people. But what I've just been doing, as I said, is tuning into my body and then praying, asking for signs. I didn't say that earlier, but asking for signs has helped me as well. And then, you know, you can always get an energy reading. So DM me on Instagram if you'd like to get the information of the woman that I've been talking about. She offers readings. Her services she's just amazing. Like, I don't have words for how amazing she is. But she's also very careful about the type of people she allows in her space. So if you aren't of pure intentions, then don't DM me. If you are of pure intentions and of integrity in how you move in your day-to-day, then you can DM me. But not if you're out here doing all kinds of stuff. And no. Yeah. Grounded, pure intentions, and of integrity. So I'm about to just get into whatever else I need to do tonight. But I felt like talking about this, and I don't really have the answer. This is something that I'm really trying to gain clarity about, and I feel like my soul, it's like a lesson I'm in right now, and I'm just like, I just feel all over the place, to be honest. But I do feel like the muscle testing is helping me, and I think taking things one moment at a time is also helpful, because sometimes it can be easy to be like, oh my gosh, it's just gonna be forever, and like generalize or amplify something that you're feeling in one moment into eternal moments, and it's like, no, it's just for this moment. So anyways, this is a sovereign space. I didn't say that at the beginning of the video, but it applies now and forevermore. And if anything in this video resonates, feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, send it to a friend who may need this message at this time. I love, you know, hearing from y'all. So if you want to DM me on Instagram, feel free to. If you want to comment down below, make it happen. Bye, y'all. See y'all whenever. Very soon, but soon is whenever. I'll be back.